All right, y'all. We're gonna see what this PlayStation State of Play is about. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully we see something that's interesting. Hopefully PlayStation delivers. Hopefully. That's what I'm praying for. That's what I'm playing for, bruh.
Is still low. Yeah, 10% plus, still low, so that's not going to help. And
so
your colleague Alex said to me this morning, well, you know, what about
let's mute
GTA?
this. I don't want to hear them. Hopefully, bro. Godspeed, bro. Godspeed. That's what I'm praying on, bro. I'm praying that they do something legit. If they don't, I mean, I don't know. What are we expecting, bro? What is everybody expecting? I could care less about any Resident Evil, to be honest with you. But we'll see. Let's see what we got. Keep my expectations low. Keep them low. That way, I won't be disappointed. Let's mute this. Keep it low. That way I won't be disappointed. Marvel Rivals Moonlight trailer. Did y'all see that? I saw that they hinted at Moonlight in the Psylocke one. I saw they hinted at Moonlight. Or at least I thought that was Moonlight. Remember, if you expect disappointment, you can't be disappointed. Facts. That is true. I mean, if they give us a Spider-Man 2 DLC or something, I will be absolutely just mesmerized. So I'm thinking of redoing. I think we'll talk about Spider Combat after the stream. But I lost focus of what I wanted the game to be about. I wanted it to be fun. I wanted to bring back when the times where games were fun. So we're going back because I want it to be like NBA Street Volume 2. That's what I wanted to be like. Like NBA Street Volume 2 is like a timeless classic. You can always go back to that and play it. So I had to refocus the team. Back on track. Anyways, let's see what this is about. Let's see what we got here. SM2, the game is mid though, even if there is DLC. How we know Insomniac won't screw it up? We don't. Honestly, I would feel comfortable that if either we get a new creative director for Spider-Man 3 or it goes to a new studio. Do you think they'll show Wolverine gameplay? No, I don't. I think it's too early to show Wolverine gameplay. And State of Play, I can't remember. What was the last big news that they had on the State of Play? I can't remember. These just seem to be disappointing. That's the only thing, man. A lot of these seem to be disappointing. But I'm preparing to be disappointed. If I don't become disappointed, that's a good thing. But I'm just preparing myself. You ready to get destroyed in Sparkling Zero? Sir, that super must have been towards someone else. I don't know who you talking to. I don't know who you talking to. Unless they drastically change up the combat. Budokai 3 runs in my veins, man. I know people have been asking about, Astrobot. I don't know. Just, Wait, you tell me Astrobot already got freaking DLC before Spider-Man? Ain't no way. Is that Stellar Blade? Bruh. Astrobot. What is that dance? No way. They already got DLC coming out.
Needless to say, the studio head at Team Asobi.
That's
Couldn't be
crazy.
happier with the reception to Astrobot and to see how much joy Astro is
That's
bringing to homes
crazy.
all around the world. On behalf of Team Asobi,
Astrobot
thank you so much.
Bro, the game
we
came
still have a
out
few
like how
surprises
long
up our
ago?
sleeves. Today's trailer was a sneak peek at the DLC we'll
That's
release
wild,
later
man.
this year at no additional cost.
They got
we'll have more to share
DLC
soon.
already,
But for
bro.
now, let's enjoy the state of play.
Crazy, bruh.
Listen to me, burnt one. If you're intending to walk the midnight walk, you better be sure to keep your spark safe and burning.
While I was in the black, I had a dream. There was a monster in the woods. And on you go, like a moth into the burning light.
What is
Thank you.
Archie Farchie. I can respect it. You think we get an Iron Man or any other superhero game? No, honestly.
Little soul.
To be honest with you, I just don't think,
Where were you?
I can't recall, like, the best state of play.
And so it was.
It's just been underwhelming,
The
that's all.
burnt one and a small flame.
I think they
Took a
wait for, like, their really big
down
titles,
the
like, towards the
midnight
end of the
walk.
year. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sony is all over the place. That's the thing with Sony. They're all over the place. I don't know what to expect. Oh, shit. I don't know what to expect.
I don't remember when it happened, but I remember how I felt.
2002 State of Play was good. Was it? What they
Father
announced?
told us to hide when they
2002?
came to our house. Then
The Awesome Thunderbolts trailer? I'm not
took him
interested.
away.
Zero interest in that.
Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore.
I'll probably bootleg it
Everyone had fled. She said the country was
in
sick,
Minecraft.
but we would be okay. Mother always said monsters didn't exist. I thought they lived under my bed. We were both wrong. They live inside our heads.
This fool moves hella slow. Is here us. Hell is us. Okay, it looks like a solid indie game. This is an indie game, right? This isn't like a AAA game, right? It looks like a solid indie game.
My story is a tale of rules rewritten by nuclear fire.
Need to see more gameplay, but it looked alright.
Oh, hey,
No complaints.
Zelda!
Nothing to write home about.
Something happened.
She's in no state to be wandering out in the metro alone. I need to go after her. Their bodies arranged in some sort of ritual. Please, Just let Yana be all right.
Is anybody playing VR games like this?
I keep hearing other voices on the radio.
You said there
Because
were
they not
people
letting
there.
VR die, apparently.
Did you not hear any of that?
They must be making some money off of it.
I'm seeing things. Hearing things. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Sometimes we need to become the thing we fear. To prevent something worse.
Okay. Metro Awakening. That is what we have. Taco game.
So, how did it feel to learn the truth about the night sky
I think
tragedy?
we'll get Miles Morales suit Spider-Man with the Spot as a villain.
Long
like this.
ago, you
No,
humans
I know.
slaughtered each other
Even though that
until
would be
the
dope.
whole world lay in ruins. And yet, you have been granted
I don't think they
another
want to do any type
chance
of crossover like that at all.
It must be the will of your beloved mother goddess. However, I still have no trust in your kind.
I'm over games like this, to be honest with you. Wukong, Elden Ring, Dark Souls.
Prove yourself.
I'm pooped out, to be
If you
honest.
survive this trial, perhaps you might become
Age
one
Chronicles.
of us.
Interesting. 2025. Okay. Anybody know anything about that game? I have no idea. Yo, you're telling me Pal World got a commercial? Wait, this isn't Pal World, is it? This isn't Pal. No, this is Pokemon. That's so crazy how the first thing I think is Pal World instead of Pokemon. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame, bro. Wait, this is Pal World. Bruh! How much money are they making? State of play? Out today? What do you mean out today? Bro,
Thanks
how
to
much
Pocket Pair
money
for
are
that
they
new look at Pal
making?
World, an incredible open world
They're
survival
on State
game
of
that's
Play?
launching today
They're
on
getting
the
sued by
PlayStation
Nintendo,
5
I know.
console. We have a few more games with breaking news today, starting with the return
are
of
they
two
making
beloved
that much
RPGs
money?
from the original PlayStation.
State of play?
Your dreams,
Fam,
magical
that's
thoughts.
crazy.
All things are real
Oh
unless
my
you dream
lord,
them
that's
not.
insane.
In your dreams,
That's
love is
insane.
the plot.
Wow.
Carried on
Now
wings
Nintendo,
of
yeah,
Lunar
Nintendo,
Remastered
they're
Collection
suing them
brings
for
together Lunar, the
I
Silver
think it's
Star
not
Story
copyright, I
complete,
think it's trademark
and Lunar
infringement.
2 Eternal Blue complete with updated visuals.
No, it's suing
widescreen
them for a
mode, and
patent.
more.
That's what it is, a patent. So apparently you can patent video game mechanics. So they're suing them for a patent of like how to throw the ball. I don't know
Lunar
what
Remastered Collection
the
comes to
actual lawsuit
PS5
is
and
because they don't even
PS4
know.
in spring 2025.
But yeah, Nintendo got some crazy
Two
patents on game
updates on
mechanics.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. First, the Radical Reptiles
That's wild,
DLC,
man.
which adds Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa as playable characters. And for no extra cost, a remixed in-game soundtrack featuring some amazing guest composers. Both of these updates arrive later today.
This is a wild world, bro. How world, bro. Wild World. That's wild. I would have thought they would have been hanging low, given the lawsuit. They're like, nah, we put it on the table.
Huh? I've taken on another form.
What is this?
And yes, you heard right. Keanu Reeves is joining Sonic X Shadow Generations as part of the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack. This update is inspired by scenes from the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie and arrives December 12th. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack is included in the Digital Deluxe Edition, which lets you play the game 3 days ahead of its October 25th release date.
Okay. All right.
Hello, State of Play. I'm Sakaguchi, producer of Fantasy and Neo Dimension. 手作りのジオラマを使ったファンタジアンネオディメンジョン150も作りました。そしてランダムエンカウントを貯めていっぺんに戦ったり、スキルの起動を操作したりと単式バトルにも新要素を盛り込んでいます。音楽はファイナルファンタジーシリーズで盛り歩んできたテーマソングです。プレイステーション5にて2024年12月5日発売。どうか皆さんにプレイしていただけたらと願っています。
We're just over a month away from the release of Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Let's check in with BioWare and Electronic Arts for an extended look at a climactic battle.
Doing a video about
We've gotten word from the wardens.
Have
they found Gillinan? Not yet, but they found something else worth killing.
I don't know.
One of her blighted dragons.
Rook, you made it. Good.
Wouldn't miss it. We have unfinished business with that dragon.
We've tracked it to a ruined tower nearby.
That lair is a death trap. We need to lure her out to have any chance. So we challenge her, draw the dragon out into the open, then attack. Just you and me now.
Dragon Age.
Everyone, get ready!
Wardens! Ready ballistics!
Ready ballistics! Ready ballistics!
Oh boy.
Wait for it.
Hold.
Come on. Come on.
Why are they killing the dragon?
Hit the wings! Force her to land! Second detachment! Flank on the walls! Let's go!
This seems like it's gonna be a long battle. A long battle. Long battle. What is this? Okay, maybe not. Apparently has a weakness to fire.
First one down!
Vaughn!
Combo.
Gillenane.
Consume their flesh! Shatter their bones!
Who is she?
Your battle is already lost!
Dragon Age of Veilguard. October 31st.
This isn't
Lucas,
the
you playing
Bureau's
Dragon Age?
first
No,
time
I'm not.
in Bright Falls.
It's not my speed.
The FBC's research department set up a facility.
I still have to go back to
The lake house.
What's the one? That one game of the year.
Had any clue what was waiting for us in there?
That had like a billion options.
I would have just kept on driving.
Baldur's Gate 3, yeah. Astrobot is game of the year? I don't think so. I don't think so. What's going on, Jay? What? Alan Wake 2, The Lake House?
Give up
Okay.
the firearm!
We really back on this VR, bro. They really went back to VR games. Mid state of play. Alright. Hit bad. Bro, what? No way. That's a wild shot to shoot a Formula One driver. That's like expert marksmanship.
Few know the truth. I stood with Cain and my brethren until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For
Why
my
are we
transgression,
getting
I
this?
earned a new kind of reward.
Why are we getting Mark and Kane?
The fate of this world was
This is like
preordained in an
old
instant.
game. I remember this like
What madness is this?
back in the day.
Am I so changed?
I was not prepared
Why?
for what
I
lay
don't
beyond
understand
this
why.
threshold.
Who asked for this? Of all the games to remake, what is this, a remaster?
The
Who asked
future
for
has
Mark and
always
Kane?
been written.
Don't fight it, Raziel.
I mean, who asked for Soul Reaver? Am I
Legacy of
missing
Kain
something?
Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered arrives December 10th, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the first game's release.
You sure we can't just do the same?
Games from the original PlayStation era also inspired Fear the Spotlight from Blumhouse Games. It brings atmospheric
You haven't played
polygonal
Soul
scares
Reaver
to
in a minute?
PS5
Yeah,
and
that's because we were
PS4 on
both,
October
like-
22nd.
Everyone was like freaking 12. What are we talking about? Ain't nobody asked for Soul Reaver. That wasn't even that popular of a game.
I'm happy here.
Like, most people don't even know
So
what Soul Reaver is, bro. Like, it wasn't like a cult classic or anything. Like,
land,
so random, bro.
Build villages and nurture vast ecosystems in Towers of Agazba.
You wanna know what I thought this was? I thought this was
This colorful world includes unique creatures, a peculiar cast
remember
of characters,
the game with the girl?
and also allows you to invite other players
That's
to
what I
visit
thought
your
this
island.
was. I forgot her name. Kia or Kenya, yeah, that's what I thought this was. I thought it was Kenya
Towers
too.
of Agazba launches into early access this November. Up next, Epic Games brings a split-screen mode to LEGO Fortnite this October. This feature enables friends and family to explore the world and build villages together while playing on the same PS5 or PS4.
Imagine buying
And
a
in other
PS5 Pro
Fortnite
in
news,
the PS2
the new
game for
Fortnite
your
Limited
troubles.
Edition DualSense wireless controller arrives later this year, with pre-orders starting October 3rd.
Bro,
Visit
what is Sony
PlayStation
doing?
blog for more details.
What is Sony doing?
Next, it's 1 versus 1,000 in Dynasty Warriors Origins, and Koei Tecmo Games is
Bro,
ready
they're
to share the
becoming
release date.
Xbox.
Let's take a look.
They're slowly becoming Xbox. This is crazy.
Guardian of Peace.
Give me a Fortnite controller.
You
like,
have crossed paths
cares?
with men who may one day bring about order. Until then, you must adapt to the chaos and find a way to survive. So choose your path wisely. Go forth and learn what it means to be a hero.
You claim to strive for justice, but have no way to achieve it. Tearing down the system without providing an alternative is mere wanton destruction. The die has been cast. All that remains is to see this through.
Dynasty Wars 2025. Okay. I'm always a fan of Dynasty Wars.
I was still hoping that I imagined the whole thing. It's burned into my mind.
Not another freaking, what do you call it? Please don't tell me this is another...
What's your team been getting up to?
The guild gave
What's the
special
giant
assignments to
monster
some of the
game,
other
Monster
units from
Hunter?
the expedition. Mine included.
This forest is amazing.
Can I let you walk?
My fur isn't built for this kind of weather. It's causing the water currents to surge too.
I appreciate it, Cookie.
This is its territory. And we're intruders.
Ours. You respect. Why don't they just put the meat down? Leave this to me! Heal them
Everyone sold. We getting Spider-Man 2 DLC news today. Damn.
That's it.
I don't think
White
so, Jay.
Wraith.
To be honest with you, I don't think so.
It's real!
I think that's wishful thinking.
Is that what we're after? The White Wraith.
Down there. Someone's in trouble.
It seems we must do a more thorough investigation.
What is that thing? An extinct species.
You're a hunter. You've got a weapon, and you do nothing?
I think it may be time to let the dream go, my God.
And I'll...
Monster Hunter.
皆さんこんにちは。モンスターハンターワイルズプロデューサーの津本です。本作の発売日が2025年2月28日世界同日発売に決定いたしました。本日より順次予約を開始しますので、ぜひご予約いただければと思います。プレイステーションストアでご予約いただいた方限定の特典として、プレイステーション5でご覧いただけるデジタルミニアートブックをご用意します。9月26日の23時からは TGS2024 カプコンオンラインプログラムを放送いたします。それでは引き続きモンスターハンターワイルズの情報にご注目ください。またお会いしましょう。
I just want fun, bro.
Oh, look at those chompers! Okay, trail spots aren't cheap, so let's get started. A hunter with a mysterious past and her, very heroic friends are all that stands in the way of an unspeakable evil. Join them as they explore, hunt, collect wacky outfits, and decorate their village. Nailed it. This is awesome. But wait, there's more. With the digital deluxe edition, you get this exciting blue roller thing. And snazzy costumes, like the Shadow Stalwart outfit. And this, I don't know what that is. That or that. Or why they're climbing in that cannon. But look how much fun they're having. Come and join the party in Mother's Heart. Phew, got it all in.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I forgot to mention the pre-order.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani. We are so excited for everyone to get their hands on LEGO Horizon Adventures when it launches on November 14th. And Aloy has more good news on the horizon. Aloy's original adventure, Horizon Zero Dawn, is being remastered for PS5 by Guerrilla and Nixes. Horizon Zero Dawn includes more than 10 hours of re-recorded conversation mocap and countless graphical improvements that bring the game to the same visual fidelity as Horizon Forbidden West.
Who asked for this? I have never heard anybody
This
ask
new version of Horizon Zero
for a
Dawn will arrive
remastered
October 31st.
Horizon
And anyone
Zero
who owns
Dawn.
the original PS4 version of the game will be able to upgrade to the new PS5 version for $9.99. Visit PlayStation Blog for more details and watch the full trailer to see all the enhancements to Aloy's Epic Quest.
No wonder they have it digital. This shit better, man.
New content is on the way to the action-packed world of Stellar Blade. A new photo mode lets players set up the perfect picture with your choice of poses, expressions, and filters.
Have some goon pics.
And Stellar Blade's original soundtrack, featuring over 180 songs from the game, is available on select streaming services starting today.
Like, when I think of mid, this is what I think of.
But that's not all.
What? Oh
sci-fi worlds collide in the Stellar Blade and Nier Automata collaboration, coming to Stellar Blade later this year.
Oh boy. The picks are
Now
gonna
let's
be
talk
insane.
about what's ahead for PlayStation Plus. First,
What do
your
you mean
monthly games for
PlayStation
October
Plus?
are WWE 2K24, Dead Space, and Doki Doki Literature Club
This is
Plus.
the end of
These will
this
be
is the
available
end.
to all
This is the end
PlayStation
of
Plus
the
members starting
stream. I know
October
it is.
1st.
This is the end of the stream. I know
Meanwhile,
it is.
our library of PlayStation classics continues to grow, with 2 more fan favorites from the original PlayStation arriving later this year: Blood Omen: Legacy of Kain and Capcom's Dino Crisis. Naughty Dog fans know September 26th is The Last of Us Day, and we're celebrating by adding the critically acclaimed PS5 hit
September
The Last of
26th
Us
is
Part
Last of
1
Us Day? I
to the
didn't know that.
PlayStation Plus game catalog this Thursday.
September 26th is Last of Us Day? I had no idea. Bro, are you... What, you got new controller skins? Oh my god, they're becoming Xbox. They're becoming Xbox, bro. They're becoming Xbox. Look what Xbox did to us, bro. Look at what Xbox did to us, bro. Xbox destroyed PlayStation. Xbox destroyed PlayStation. Chroma collection.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark Cerny. We recently revealed the newest addition to the PlayStation 5 family,
Bro,
PS5
Master of
Pro,
Disguise is back at it
alongside
again.
several games showcasing the superior frame rate.
I genuinely thought that this was the Master
that
of
the new
Disguise
console
actor.
makes possible.
I genuinely
With
thought.
PS5 Pro, developers
I
have
wasn't even
access
trying to roast him.
3
I was
key
just-
improvements:
I
an
thought that's who
upgraded
it was.
GPU, advanced ray tracing, and AI-driven
I'm expecting him to go,
upscaling
"Turtle,
that combine
turtle,
to bring
turtle."
developers closer to realizing their unique vision.
Oh my
We're
God.
excited for players to get their hands on PlayStation 5 Pro when it launches this November. But in the meantime, here's a look at some of the games that are being enhanced for the
Bro,
new console,
if I see somebody
including
with the
a few
PlayStation
titles
5,
that we're revealing for the very
I'm
first
on,
time
like,
today.
just completely going in on you, bro. Going in on you. I know this ain't Ghost of Tsushima 2. I know this ain't Ghost of Tsushima. This is Ghost of Tsushima 2.
We are beyond the edge of
Is this
the
Ghost of
ban.
Tsushima 2? Or is this some remaster, freaking remake type of nonsense?
People come north to disappear.
Bro, this is Ghost of Tsushima 2, bro.
But you are hunting.
Wait, no. What is... Yes?
Now,
yes, it is.
every Ronin
It's Ghost of
here
Tsushima 2.
is after you.
right?
think
Yeah, it has to
you're the hunter?
It has to be. Come on. Yep. It's gotta be. Yeah, it is. Bet. Bet. It's about damn time, bro. Wait, no, that's a woman. Wait, no, that's a woman. Wait, what's that? Wait, what? That's a woman, isn't it? Or is that Jin? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. What's happening? Yeah, that's a woman. That's not Jin, that's a woman. Is this like a prequel? Is this like a in-between? What's happening? I know this is in Ghost of Tsushima too. This is like Ghost of Tsushima like 1.5? Ghost of Yotei. Okay. Alright. Okay. Ghost of Yotei. Okay. Alright. It's a spin-off. Alright. It's a spin-off. Okay. I mean... Okay. I think that's pretty fucking wild to have us waiting for Ghost of Tsushima 2 and to give us a spin-off. I don't...
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Beyond.
All right. Yotei or Yotei? I'm not sure. I don't even know what to say. Cause I was like, yo, this is Ghost of Tsushima. You heard me call it. I called it when I saw that, bro. When I saw that, I was like, yo, that's Ghost of Tsushima. That's Ghost of Tsushima. But then I was like, I don't remember him wearing that. I don't remember him wearing that. Listen, I'm all for it. If they want to give us a spinoff, by all means. But if we're gonna be honest, I don't recall Ghost of Tsushima's mechanics being that fire where it deemed a spinoff. First off, and then secondly, not even first off, but secondly, when was Ghost of Tsushima? When did it come out? Oh, I'm trying to look this up. Ghost of Tsushima. When did it release? It released back in 2021. No, PlayStation 4, 2020. 2020? It says PlayStation 4, June 17, 2020. PlayStation 5, August 20th, 2021. Wait, what? PlayStation 4 released in 2020. So 4 years? 4 years ago? It had a PS5 version. Yeah, that was in 2021. So 4 years ago. And then we waited 4 years for a spin-off game? We waited 4 years for a spin-off game? Is that what they're saying? I'm all I don't know what to think, bro. I just, who is this person? Like, were they introduced into the, does anyone know who this is? Was she in the main story? Giggles is having a field day right now. Was she in the main story? I'm just this doesn't seem right to just introduce like a rando person. Right? Does she look familiar? Who is this? Probably a game for women? I don't think that. Cause I'm still gonna play it. If they improve, I mean, Ghost of Tsushima was good. I mean, it wasn't that good. I liked how they did certain elements, like the no HUD and stuff like that, and how the wind guides you. I thought that was cool. But she has a gun. They didn't really even give us gameplay like that, really. She has a gun, sword. Okay. Jesus. I mean, I'm open to hear the new mechanics. Because if I'm definitely not buying this if it's the same mechanics, bro. That's all I'm saying. She has 2 swords instead of 1. I noticed. And she has a gun. Okay. She's on the run. I mean, Ghosts has always looked good, though. So I'm like... That does... I mean, it looks nice, but it's always looked nice. A sequel was not happening. Jin's store was finished. What do you mean a sequel was not happening? Hold on. Spoiler alert. Spoilers. Let me look at the end of Ghost of Tsushima. What was the end of Ghost of Tsushima? I don't remember the end. What are you talking about? Does he die and see his hand? See his father? Shimura. Right. Yeah, he kills him. Or you can spare him.
Ghost will be hunted for the rest of his days.
Ghost will be hunted for the rest of his days. Yeah, he walks away. What are you talking about? Yeah, he walks away. Bookish says Quarter Pounder and the incels are going to be mad over this. Poor voice actress. I don't think she even talked, did she? Did she even talk? I just want to see more gameplay. But the thing is, here's the issue I have with this. I don't know who this is. Maybe she's like someone in the original game, but I have no idea who this is. So it just feels kind of like, I don't know, it feels kind of shady, bro. It feels, I'm gonna be honest, it feels like a bait and switch. That's what it feels like. Right? It feels like a bait and switch to me. I don't know who this character is. I know Jin. Maybe she's like, I don't know, a cousin or a brother of Jin or something like that. But, maybe it's a relative of Jin or his daughter, probably. He had a daughter? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. They didn't really give us any gameplay. We got like 2 shots of actual gameplay. Like riding with the horses isn't gameplay to me. Even though I guess you could say it is technically.
People come north to disappear.
It's set 400 years later after the first game? What do you mean set 400 years later after the first game? This is 300 years after the first game? So what the fuck is this? Excuse my French, but what is this? Because this isn't a sequel. This isn't a sequel, so are they just jumping around? Bro, please tell me they're not going to go the Assassin's Creed route. Oh my god. Please tell me they're not going to go the Assassin's Creed route and have a whole bunch of ghosts. Oh, Heavenly Father. Oh my god. They're not going to do that, right? They're not going that route, right? That's not what they're going to do. That wouldn't make any sense. That wouldn't make any sense. To have like a whole bunch of ghosts, where you have ghosts of Canada, ghosts of China, ghosts of Africa, ghosts of Luwei. Shut the hell up. There's no way.
And now, every Ronin here is after you.
Imagine if they had Ghosts of Africa. Oh my god, people would lose their shit. People would lose their shit. Ghost of Africa. You think she's Chinese?
Still think you're the hunter?
What are they doing? I just don't understand. I just don't understand what they're doing. I'm sure the director or creative director or somebody's gonna let us know what's up. Because everybody's got questions. Like everybody. Location said in Japan, but Jin frees Japan, I thought. This shit is just dumb spin-off. It's more about a different island and about so it's a spin-off. What's the direction. I just don't know what the direction they're going. Yotei. His name Yotei. Ghosts of Yotei. That's a dope ass cover, I'm not gonna lie. Ghosts of Yotei. They'd even show the Captain America and Black Panther game. I told you that's not gonna happen, bro. Man, Insomniac is shit, bro. Insomniac is garbage, bro. They dropped the ball so hard, it's insane. Okay, alright. Okay. Ghosts of Yotei. I mean, there's nothing really to say about it. I mean, I played Ghost of Tsushima. It's a good game, but she's wielding dual blades. Okay, so that's new. Jin didn't wield dual blades. She has some type of banjo on her back. Musical instrument. That's all we got. And she's got a gun. She's got a gun. So that'll switch up the combat, I'm assuming. 777 Production says, honestly, a game like Ghosts of Mali set during Mansa Musa Timbuktu era would be dope. I mean, I hear you. I just don't know what this is. That's the only thing. I don't know if they're going Assassin's Creed route or if this is like an in-between for Ghost of Tsushima 2. Because if it's like something to just, you know, get your feet wet while they focus on Ghost of Tsushima. But they don't have teams at Sucker Punch, do they? Do they have separate teams? Jay said, they hurt me again. Do they have separate? Happy birthday to Ra. Wait, it's Ra's birthday? Happy birthday, Ra. Happy birthday to... Oh, well, I guess that's unhappy. I guess that's a happy unbirthday. Okay, happy birthday. This is Ghost 2? No, it's not. This is not Ghost 2. It's not Ghost 2, or else they would say Ghost 2. Why would why I don't understand. Why would it be Ghost 2? They would just say it's Ghost 2. Happy 50th birthday? Wow, Ra. 50th birthday. Wow, congratulations, Ra. That's awesome. Curry says, check out how small the island where Mount Fuji and versus Tsushima. The map is like a quarter the size of. But you're turning 30, not 50. Oh, okay. That's a whole new chapter, bruh. A whole new chapter. Quarter the size of Tsushima? What does that have to do with this game? I don't think they showed any map. Unless I wasn't paying attention. They didn't show any map. Mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics. Mount Yotei. 1603. When I saw this, I was like, yo, the fidelity of that wolf was too high for Ghost of Tsushima. That's the wolf threw me off, because I was like, that wolf looks a little too high detail.
Hunting.
Jin's story is over, and they wouldn't say it's 2. What? Why do you say Jin's story is over? We just saw the ending of the game talking about they'll never stop hunting him. Why would you say they'll never stop hunting him if you're not planning on doing a sequel? Like, what? Warden, you're out of pocket, bro. You're talking nonsense. You're talking nonsense, Warden. He says the ghost will be hunted for the rest of his days. That's what he says right there. No, bro. They're definitely doing it too. They're definitely doing it too. Jumpsuit says misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen. I offered you friendship. You spat in my face. You all remember Insomniac? I don't. Woo! Woo! That's cold, man. That's cold. That's cold, man. And you wonder why Xbox is superior to PlayStation. Giggles was right all along. You coob. What are you talking about? Even with this game, it's better than anything Xbox has.
And now,
the first game was more about stopping the Mongolians. The Mongolians? Everybody hates the Mongolians. No, Mongolians, don't destroy my wall. She Mongolians. Come on, y'all. This is definitely not 2. It's clearly a new title in the entry. It's Ghost of Yotei. It's not Ghost of Tsushima, it's Ghost of Yotei. They're either going Assassin's Creed or this is just a spinoff. Remember, if you trip, you'll tie your shoes. But I get it, but even in the first game, Jin made his own clan of ghosts in the end of the game, so the series is going the AC route. If they're going the AC route, bro, I'm not mad at it, to be honest with you. I'm really not mad. You want to know who should go the AC route? I'm going to tell you. You ready? I'm going to tell you who should go the AC route. Spider-Man. Spider-Man, if they were smart, they would go the Assassin's Creed route and have Miles Morales be his own thing. I mean, technically they do have that. But they would have Spider-Man Noir. They'd have Spider-Man 2099 if they were smart. Because I would buy all of them. All of them, bro. All of them. As long as they continue to improve upon each iteration. And they would have to. That would be fire. Spider-Man 2099, right? You have a Spider-Man 2099 game, a game dedicated to Spider-Man 2099, bro. Come on now, stop it. That would be fire. That would be fire. That's who should go That's who should go the AC route. That's what they should do, honestly, because you can all bring it back into the web, the weave of time, right? The web of time or whatever. They could bring it all in. Even if they still wanted everyone connected, they could bring it all in, bruh. They can bring it all in. Man, that would be fire. Spider-Gwen? Yeah, Spider-Gwen game. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because they have the base. They have the base. You got the web swinging, and the web swinging is the hardest part. If they just tweak and add little additions to each web swinging or each version of the game, what are we talking about? Bro, they could milk the community like cows, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. As long as they continuing to increase and innovate, because obviously 2099 can't play how freaking Noir plays. Noir can't play how Miles Morales plays. Miles Morales can't play how I'm trying to think. There could be a variety of things. Spider-Ham. Imagine they have a Spider-Ham game. That would be insane. But they could have, they could do a lot, bro. They could do a lot. That's what they should do, honestly. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this yet because I haven't seen gameplay and I don't know who this is. But if they're doing the AC route, I'll accept it. I'll accept it. It is what it is. Just curious, what story elements would you change and fix, and what gameplay mechanics would you have wanted for combat and swinging? Just curious. Listen, what I want for Spider-Man. Like, honestly, I'll be honest with you. Once I get this demo out and I fundraise off of this demo, like, if I get, like, at least 100K or something like that, I'm going all out. I may actually include, like, web swinging, or at least some concept of web swinging. Because what I've always wanted for a Spider-Man game is to have that duality. The whole concept of Spider-Man is duality, right? Is that, hey, he's this kid, but he's also Spider-Man. And it's not like he's a billionaire like Bruce Wayne. He's just really intelligent, and he cares about it, you know, his Aunt May. He's taking care of a loved one, which I think majority of people are. So there's so much there, right? Where you have certain situations where, you know, you have to pick up, you would have to make the gameplay for Peter just as entertaining and vivid as playing as Spider-Man. So that when you went to Peter, it wasn't, oh God, not a Peter mission, right? You don't want to have the player to be like, oh man. You don't want them to feel like going to a Mary Jane mission. You don't want them to feel like going to a Bruce Banner mission in a Hulk game. That's not what you want. But that is a part of Spider-Man, right? That is a part of his character, is Peter Parker. That's a giant part as far as when it comes to the relationships and everything. So what I said was that you have Peter Parker, you know, the delivery missions and stuff like that. You have that with Peter Parker, where he has to deliver food and stuff like that. So now you have him on his bicycle, you know, delivering food and doing little errands and stuff like that. Maybe, you know, taking pictures. And then in order to get certain pictures, you transition into Spider-Man, right? You go into an alley. There'll be some type of mechanic where you transition. You have a quick change transition. There could possibly be one like in a telephone booth to, you know, just a call back to Superman. And you have a quick change transition, and now you have your Spider-Man now. But there would have to be a balance of, hey, you're Spider-Man, but, you know, someone in Peter Parker's world needs help. Do you go help them, or do you go do the mission as Spider-Man? They could even, you know, you could have certain missions of Spider-Man, certain missions of Peter. They could, I mean, you'd have to think about this, but yeah, you can absolutely make that happen. Absolutely make it work. That would be awesome. That would be, to me, the ultimate, like, Spider-Man experience. The ultimate Spider-Man experience. I think that would be fire. As long as they made the Peter Parker gameplay just as good. Because one of the options that I was thinking of is that you go into a mission as Peter Parker, you scope the place, right? And then you can go back as Spider-Man, and now you know where the vents are, where you can crawl through. Now you know what the time frame is for the guards, right? You're doing like intel, I guess, to a certain extent. I don't know if that would be fun. You'd have to make it fun. But something, I'm just thinking of just spitballing. But something where it benefits you playing as Spider-Man. And you playing, because there was times in the comics, right, where he'd have to go in as Peter instead of Spider-Man. Or he'd have to go in as Spider-Man instead of Peter. Because the situation didn't call for Spider-Man. It was better suited for a Peter Parker situation. Now with a team, you can come up with something. You can absolutely come up with something. But yeah. But right now, my focus is on the demo right now for my game. That's what the focus is right now. I'm not going back to formula, all the way back to formula, but I'm really trying to hone in on the play style. Because I was going with brutal, but I don't have a problem with brutal. But I also want that game feel. I think a lot of games they're just crazy cinematic right now, or they're crazy hard. I think that's why Astrobot did so well, because it was a game. It was like, this is fun. This is fun. Now, people are saying that it was actually difficult. I don't know. I haven't played it. But it was like, okay, this is fun. I can have some fun with this. Like NBA Street 2, you can have fun with it at any time. And I'm really trying to dissect, like, what made that fun, like the mechanics. How do I implement that in my game? So I noticed I have the trick system. So I have tricks, and I think I'm going to remove the trick system. Because doing tricks really isn't Spider-Man's, because it wasn't trick system, it was a taunt system. And from what I've seen of the comics and stuff like that, he's not really doing any crazy taunts. So I think what I'll do is marry the taunt system with the dodge system. That's what I'm thinking of doing. What do you guys say? What do you guys say? Because before I was thinking of doing like a taunt system where, you know how like Bayonetta, if you hold it, she'll shoot. So I was doing something similar to that, where like if you punch and you hold the punch, he'll like do a taunt or something, like pat you on the head, or, you know, look at his phone and something like that. But I was like, that doesn't really feel really Spider-Man. Just doesn't feel Spider-Man of doing something like that. So I was like, okay, what happened if I get rid of the taunts? Because the whole point of the taunt, because there would be a taunt, but maybe I incorporate the taunt into the dodge mechanic. That's what I was thinking. Whereas you could have certain dodges, like if you hold the button, you can add on to the dodge, where like he'll dodge. I was just trying to think, because I was like, the taunt, it just doesn't feel true to the character, because he's not really taunting. Or what do you guys think? Because then I would have to rework the whole, not all of it, but aspects of the dodge mechanic. Because the whole point of the taunt was that you taunt enemies, and then the further you taunt them, the more they get enraged, and then they get damage buffs. I can still include that, but maybe marry it with the dodge mechanic in some way. But IGN and GameSpot are calling this a sequel. Oh god. Oh god. Save the gaming industry. Amazing, Lucas. What do you guys think? Colin made a vid reacting responding to Dark Space's vid about Spider-Man 2 swinging. Colin's title is apparently Spider-Man 2 traversal is bad. I don't like Spider-Man 2 traversal. I mean, here's the thing. There are people who like Spider-Man 2. They like the game. I have nothing to say to those people. If you like the game, then great. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. They made the game very streamlined. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of you know, hitting 5 people in the air. It's not the character that I would portray. It's a character they're portraying. I honestly think they had something better with the gadgets. I didn't like gadgets. Like I said, I'm not a big gadget person. I don't think that Spider-Man's a big gadget person. But I have to understand that this isn't Spider-Man of the comics. This is their version of Spider-Man. And their version of Spider-Man had gadgets. I was like, okay. So, I mean, that's what they're known for, Insomniac. So it was on brand. But I think what they should have done was just double down. Just double down on the gadgets. As simple as that. Double down on what you're known for. Double down on what that was the big deal for Spider-Man. Spider-Man PS4 was gadgets. That was it. So I don't know why you would throw that to the curb, and then I don't know what they replace it with. We got gadgets, but there wasn't the same amount of gadgets, and the gadgets weren't really doing anything cool that the other gadgets didn't do before. So it was like you gave us less gadgets, but yet you gave us the same things that we had in Spider-Man PS4. You gave us the same mechanics in Spider-Man PS4. So it was like, it didn't make any sense. But as we saw with interviews and stuff, the game was rushed. They were more focused on, you know, making sure that we play fucking Mary Jane instead of giving us Venom. They were more focused on making sure that we like Mary Jane and girl power than there was creating a story for Peter and Miles, or gameplay for Peter and Miles. Like, here's the thing that I don't understand. Why didn't they have enemies like they had in Miles Morales? Like Miles Morales, they improved the combat simply due to the fact that enemies had to be, you know, attacked using the power that you had, right? Using your electric power. And they had a whole bunch of electric power, mechanics or attacks, right? Why not just adopt that in Spider-Man 2? I don't understand. You gave him the freaking the tentacles, which I don't like. I don't think that's Spider-Man. Why not just give him gadgets? Instead of giving him tentacles, that way we have two different characters, right? If you want to go Miles, now you have electric web and his arsenal. If you want to go Peter, now you have webs. That's really his thing. Right? You have all these webs and gadgets. I like, it was right there in front of them. Like, that's all you had to do. That's it. The same enemies that Miles took down with his electric, Peter could take them down, except in a different way with his webs or with his gadgets. Right? You supplement Peter with the gadgets. There's no reason for Miles to have gadgets. Miles has electricity. So it's just like, what? I don't know, man. It just seemed like a different skin. That's what it seemed like. But anyways, that's the pass. This might be an indirect sequel, but after Jin's story, Yotei takes place 329 years later. Then I'm not really a big fan of that, to be honest with you. If they want to say Jin's story is done, then I want to hear the creator say Jin's story is done. Because when they say the ghost will be hunted for the rest of his fucking days, that leads me to the belief that there's going to be a sequel. Or at least there's sequel baiting. That's what I took from that. I would argue that's what most people took from that. So for them to be like, his story is done, okay, all right, by all means. I thought when MJ was running from Peter was a sick sequence. You did? I didn't think it was a sick sequence. I thought it was shit. Because there was really no danger. I didn't feel scared. I didn't like it. I didn't like the story. I didn't like her. The problem is with a sequence like that is that A, you have to feel some type of fear, right? And B, there has to be, you know, some feeling for the character. The fact that I know MJ and she's a shit person to Peter, I was like, yeah, kill her, bro. Let's purposely slow down so we can see the death sequence. I don't know. That's just me. Read comment above, posting it in gaming Discord. They said Jin's story was done. What? There's no freaking way, bro. They really said Jin's story was done? Woo, they about to piss off a lot of people, bro. They about to piss off a lot of people, bro. What is this? What is this, bro? There's no way, fam. While we aren't diving into story specifics yet today, we can reveal that Atsu's journey takes place in 1603, more than 300 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima. Our story is set in the land surrounding Mount Yotei, a towering peak in the heart of Ezo, an area of Japan known as Hokkaido in present day. In 1603, the area was outside the rule of Japan and filled with sprawling grasslands, snowy tundras, and unexpected dangers. It's a far cry from the organized samurai clans who lived in Tsushima, and it's the setting for an original story we cannot wait to tell. This is Sucker Punch's first game built from the ground up for PlayStation 5, and we're excited to build on the visuals foundation we established in Ghost of Tsushima by making the world feel even more real. I don't understand. Where does it say that Jin's story is done? Will they make a whole game where Jin is running away from people? This is not enough for a sequel with Jin. Where they say Jin's story is done? I didn't take Jin's story was done reading this. Maybe it's just me. Did anyone else take Jin's story is done upon reading this? I take that it's in a different time, right? 300 years after Jin's story. Or am I coping? Am I coping?
You are coping and seething.
Am I am I coping? I didn't take Jin's story was done, bro.
Coping and seething. The truth it is
right?
And now you are molding and coping.
Or am I coping?
Coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Sucker Punch's first game built. I didn't take Jin's story was done. That's just me. It was clear that they were going to move away from Jin. Only people that didn't or understand the first game. It says original story. Original story doesn't mean that Jin's story is dead. Assassin's Creed Revelations is a new story. Black Flag is a new story. I mean, I just don't. No. This isn't it, right? This isn't it. So, I don't mind. If they're going the AC Revelations route, I mean, if they're going the Assassin's Creed route, okay, so be it. That's all right, Lucas. It's cool. Don't uphold that 5. What? Warren says, everyone calling it a sequel, but you coming at me crazy, make it make sense. Everyone calling it a sequel, but you coming at me crazy. Who's calling it a sequel? Calvin says, first stage denial. How can it be a sequel? I don't understand. Jin didn't get an ending. What do you mean? It can't be. This is the end of the game. This can't be a sequel. What are you talking about? It's literally him walking off into the distance. What? That's clearly sequel baiting. What are you talking about? You guys sound freaking crazy, bro. You guys sound crazy. He even puts on the mask again. It's not like he dropped it. This isn't a sequel, bruh. The DLC has its ending? Bruh. Wait, I played the DLC. Wait, hold on. DLC goes... I don't remember the DLC ending. Wait, what? I played the DLC.
But you need it. Now's your chance. Live.
No.
I'm sorry, Jin.
So am I.
Tell her
you later.
Reflect on your father's death.
We at last.
The blessing of death.
With us.
Yeah, Jin's still alive. What are you talking about?
Find me later, son.
On the high.
Many pain.
Listen, I didn't need, but the
Raider.
What are we talking about?
Now I've seen everything.
What are you talking about? Loom, look up the blog post. They say more. What is there to say? Bro, it's not. I mean, what are we talking about? It's not a sequel because the story isn't done. It can't be a sequel because the story isn't done. Hold on, let's. Y'all are tripping. After the first game, what is left of Jin's story? With him running from people that are chasing him? It could be a litany of things. What are you talking about? Someone could have survived and now they want fucking revenge. If Last of Us 2 can have a fucking sequel, then surely this can have a sequel. Like, what type of stupid question is that? Well, where's the story gonna go? Nigga, that's called writing. What do you mean? That's what writers get paid to do. Is to create stories. What are we talking about? Ghost of Yotei. Today we are so happy to announce blah, 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 blah. We also wanted to continue to innovate, to create some fresh but familiar. We looked beyond Jin Saki's story in the island of Tsushima and shifted our focus to the idea of ghosts of the ghost instead. Oh my fucking lord. So they are doing fucking... They're doing Assassin's Creed. They're doing Assassin's Creed! They're doing Assassin's Creed, y'all. Alright, well... I wish they had fucking... I think this is bullshit, bro. I'm gonna tell you why I think this is bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why I think this is bullshit. First off, nobody ends a main character story in DLC. I've never heard of that, right? You don't end the character story in DLC. You add on to the character story. Okay, that's firstly. Secondly, how this ends in this game, the first game, gives no impression that this is the route that they're going, that this is going to be AC, you know, freaking version. Sir, with how hard you coping, you need to join the force of Xbox. Bruh, see, they must have done this. Did they give us any hint that they were going this route? Did Sucker Punch say anything about this? This seems like a crazy fucking L turn. Like a hard left. This, honestly, it just feels like I've been blindsided. I don't like being blindsided. Because everyone, their baby's mama, has been waiting for what? Ghost of Tsushima 2. That's what we've been waiting on. Ghost of Tsushima 2. I didn't think they were going to go the way of the Ghost. It's not. How is it not? You have to explain to me how it's not a blindside. You have to explain to me. In the main story, didn't they say the Ghost was the moniker? Yeah, but he's the Ghost. He's the Ghost. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I get that it makes sense. People are already talking about a new character way before the trailer. Nigga, people talking about a new character and fucking Sucker Punch hinting at a new character or something like that is night and day. Those are called rumors, my G. Rumors. Just like rumors of Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3. I don't... Okay. So they're shifted our focus to the idea of the Ghost instead. See, they shifted their focus to the idea of the Ghost. I wonder if they were going to make Ghost of Tsushima 2. And like the heads were like, nah. I wonder, bro. I wonder if they were going to make Ghost of Tsushima 2 and the heads were like, nah, don't do that. At Sucker Punch, we love origin stories, and we wanted to explore what it could mean to have a new hero wearing a ghost mask and uncovering a new legend. This led us to the Ghost of Yotei, a new protagonist, a new story to unfold, and a new region of Japan to explore. So they just going to do a whole bunch of regions in Japan of different ghosts? The DLC took place during the beginning of the main storyline, so the DLC ending wasn't the ending. Thank you. I know. These mofos are the one talking about, well, the DLC is the ending. It's the ending of his storyline. So they're just going the Assassin's Creed route. While we aren't diving into the story, but our story is set in the lands of blah, blah, blah. This is also Sucker Punch's first game built from PS5. More improvements will share in the future. Bro, we don't give a fuck about how far across the grass, environment, the sky. Bro, we care about gameplay. They're trying to sell us on freaking sizzle. What does the steak taste like, fam? Our new setting gives us the opportunity to introduce new mechanics, gameplay, and improvements, and even new weapons. All right, now we're talking. The trailer today offers a glimpse of the world. There's so much to show you. There's so much to share, and blah, 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 blah. Bro, I wish I could have, like, one of those spy cameras that are like a wasp or like a fly, and like remote control it and go in like Sucker Punch Studio and stuff. Okay. All right. I mean, that's some dope ass background artwork. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty dope. Not gonna lie, it's pretty dope. Lucas, this is hilarious. Search up how Peter should have spoke to Norman. This is how it should have happened in Spider-Man 2. What? What is this?
Harry. Pulse is weak. We gotta move.
I don't think she's a samurai Mitsu. She looks like a Ronin.
What have you done?
What have you done to him?
What do you mean, what have we done? We saved his fucking life! Did you not see him terrorizing the city trying to take over the world? The fact that you're angry at me, and not the evil alien that took over him is insane.
Yeah. I actually had to bring him back to life with my powers, so be grateful he's even alive.
Screw both of you.
I'm coming with you, wait!
Got you. All right. Okay. I can't wait for the rage, though. I know people are going to be very, very upset. I don't know. I just feel like, I've been waiting for Ghost of Tsushima 2. That's all. It would be like, I don't know, if Spider-Man, like, we're waiting for Spider-Man 3, and then they give us, like, Gwen Stacy. Honestly, Spider-Man 2 was so shit in many cases that I think many people would embrace a Gwen Stacy game. I don't know. I don't know. Lucas, looking back at Marvel Spider-Man 2 and after playing the game multiple times, I made a list of things I don't like and can be different about the game. Okay. It's wild, never seen Superhero Bowl. What? I mean, she can be very well written too. I was just expecting Ghost of Tsushima 2. That's all. I'm not saying I'm not going to play this. I haven't seen any, actual long gameplay of it, but I'm just saying I was expecting Jin. I've associated Ghost of Tsushima with Jin. Now, if they want to go the whole, well, now it's the concept of the ghost. The ghost is just a moniker. That's what they want to do and go Ghosts of Yotei, Ghosts of other areas of Japan. All right. All right. All right, but she better play like hella crazy. She better put Jin to shame. That's all I'm saying. She better put Jin to shame. That's all I'm saying. I don't have an issue with it being a female. I just was expecting, it'd be like if you were expecting a dude. Like, yeah, I know this football player. Oh, yeah? Yeah. They're coming to the party. Okay, bet. And then the homie introduces you, or the homie's like, yeah, I know this basketball player. And you'd be like, oh, you know a basketball player? Yeah, they're professional. Oh, shit, okay. They're coming to the party. Okay, got you. And then, it's a WNBA player. You'd be like, oh, okay. All right. I mean, I don't have an issue with her being WNBA. I figured it was going to be, NBA. That's what I figured. When I think of basketball, I think of the NBA, not WNBA. But yeah, I got nothing against it. That's how I feel, bro. That's how I feel, right? I got nothing against her. I don't even know her or what she plays like. I was just expecting Jin. That's all. So, when I see you, it's just like, oh, okay, this is different. That's all. That's what it feels like. Spider-Man 2 is a masterpiece, 10 out of 10. Y'all keep coping. Sir, your butt will get timed out if you say Spider-Man 2 is a masterpiece. You will get timed out, bro. That's some wild stuff. Stop it. Even Brian Itnahar won't even say it's a masterpiece. The creative director disagrees with you. It's rage bait, Lucas? Okay, got you. I mean, this looks, I mean, yes, it looks nice. It looks nice. All right, y'all, since I have y'all in the stream, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about the mechanic I was talking about? As far as exiting out, leaving out the, this caught me really off guard. I was like, what is this? Who cares about Horizon Zero Dawn? How old is that game? When did Horizon Zero Dawn come out? Anyone remember when Horizon Zero Dawn came out? Horizon Zero Dawn. When did that come out? That had to be like way back in the day, bro. 2017. Bam. They're redoing a 2017 game. Are they crazy? These remasters. Is it like, what? Who asked for Horizon Zero Dawn?
This new version of Horizon Zero Dawn will arrive October 31st.
Nah, bro. The Sony's, they're losing their minds. They're losing their minds.
PS5 version for $9.99. Visit PlayStation blog.
So what do you think of it? I want to get the trick mechanic, because I really enjoy the trick mechanic, into the game somehow. That's what I want to do. Like, I want to get that trick mechanic into the game, because the trick mechanic was really fun. And I guess maybe the trick could be, I was thinking the tricks could be taunting, but taunting just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right, but I guess I could actually make this, you know, even though it doesn't feel right, I can just have it be something new. It could be something new, I guess, where you can hold, right? You hold like the, kind of like the turbo buttons, but you hold the buttons to do different tricks. Or different taunts. I don't know. I've just been thinking, the taunting thing, like, what type of taunts would I even be able to do? Because I was just trying to think, I was like, maybe jump roping with web, you know, pat on the head. I don't know. I don't felt like it flowed into the gameplay. And then I was like, okay, so if I don't have a taunt button, I don't know. I don't know. I'm rethinking the whole design. I like the idea. It's like, haha, you can't touch type of thing. Yeah. Sir, you can't even get through a base in Spider-Man 2 without dying or spamming heal button. You're trolling. You're just trolling me. You're trolling. Stop it. Rage bait. Taunts like the pat on the head can be mixed into attacks, maybe. Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking of having it like Bayonetta. You know in Bayonetta how you activate like dodge offset? Where you have it where you're attacking, bam, 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 and then you hold it. And then instead of attacking, he'll go into like a taunt. That's what I was thinking. But then if I do that, then I can't have delayed attacks. Well, I guess I can have delayed attacks. I just can't have hold attacks, right? Held attacks. Were you going to play Bayonetta 2? I'm playing Bayonetta 2 right now. I got it on my Switch and I got it on my PC. Making Spider-Man a douche. Well, that's what I was thinking of too. I was like, you know what? Really taunting someone. Because I'd have to come with a variety of taunts. And I'm just like, that's not, I don't know if that's the character I want to portray in the game. Peep Game Tuesday, yeah. So I was thinking, that's why I was thinking, okay, maybe if we combine the dodge mechanic into the taunt mechanic, where how he dodges is more of a taunting manner to that extent. And I think that felt good, but how do you add depth to that dodge? Right? We obviously have the regular dodge, then we have the perfect dodge. But how do we add that sauce to it, bro? How do you add that sauce to it? So that's what I was trying to think. Like how do you do that? And that's where I was blanking. This is a class, bro. Classic, bro.
Like we say around the way, cookies! The pump, the official pump.
Great game, bro. So that's what I was thinking, okay. That would be cool to like punch, do a trick off of them. But I'm trying to think, how do we add that style? Because I remember Spider-Man 2 was big on style, right? That was like, they had like a style meter, if y'all remember. Spider-Man 2 style. All right, Spider-Man 2 PS2. Because I remember even, what's his name was talking about, well, this is how you have to, do it. Do tricks and do it in style. I remember that was part of the tutorial. Maybe at the third perfect dodge, Spidey does a taunt animation while he's dodging. Get the enemy rage meter up. But the problem is, I can't stand when games do stuff like that if I don't want the game to do that. Right? I can't stand like every perfect dodge he does a taunt. I don't think that's not a payoff for me. If you're trying to implement taunt type moves, I recommend looking at Johnny Cage from MK11 and X and Takeda from MKX, his moves. Yeah, I've seen Johnny Cage. Like I used to, well, I mained him when they had like the beta or whatever. These just don't but he's going to a crowd, right? That's the thing. The whole thing is that he's going to a crowd because he's an actor and everything. It doesn't make sense that, Spider-Man would be fighting and going, like, who are you doing that to? If you're breaking the third wall, then it no longer feels like Spider-Man. It feels like Deadpool. Right? And that's why I've been trying to, that fine line between Spider-Man and Deadpool with the jokes and, stuff like that. What if you can choose to add the taunt after a perfect dodge since you have more time? Then that means that the taunt has to have a button. That's the thing. And if the taunt has a button, that means there has to be a litany of taunts, right? I can't think of, I was thinking of like dance moves, him doing, moonwalking, pop locking and stuff like that. But then it just doesn't, it feels random then. Because then it's like, okay, why is he, pop locking? Why is Spider-Man pop, even though it's not Spider-Man, right? But why is this character, pop locking? Why is he moonwalking? It just seems like, doesn't make any sense. And then it came to, well, what happens if he's doing like, condescending acts to the enemy while they're, in a stun or something, where he's patting them on the head, or, he's taking a selfie with them, right? He's taking a selfie or a picture. Does it have to make sense in the big scope of things? Yes, it does have to make sense. because then the game feels disjointed, right? Look up Takeda MKX, insane combos. He mixes setups and so. Yeah, I'm not talking about combos. I get combos. I've a lot of reference on combos and what to do and stuff like that. I'm talking about other core mechanics, which I may change or remove. And one was the taunt mechanic. SSX trick system would be a nice combo system. Well, I wanted to do, not an XX, I mean, I guess it's the same thing. I wanted to do something like this, but I'm trying to figure out how to implement it. That's the only thing. Because I like the trick system. I think the trick system is cool. And I want it to be more of, hey, because then it gets replayability, right? I think the replayability of this is all the tricks, right? All the tricks that you can do with the player and everything, and the setups of having alley-oops and doing it at the last second, or doing it with style, off the head to give it to the alley-oop. That's fun. That's why this is like a timeless classic. Timeless classic. I'm just trying to. We can't have regular tricks, right? It'd be different if he was web swinging, sure. But like in combat, it just seems out of place. So I'm trying to think of a way to incorporate the tricks without it being tricks. That's where taunt came in, but taunt seems out of character to taunt someone while you're fighting. Because I'm thinking, okay, how many taunts could I do? Can I come up with 10 or 20 taunts? I don't know if I could come up with 10 or 20 taunts. We got some dance moves. We got like pats on the head. We got, I don't know, or I trying to think. Because then it would just get crazy. Then I'd just have him maybe he brings out he webs up a chair, right? And he starts reading a book. Right after he's punched somebody in their days, and he just starts reading the book and going like shit like that. That's where my head is going. And then you would unlock new taunts and stuff like that as you progress in the demo, to a certain extent, because it was cool. There was nothing more fun than seeing unlocking new tricks. There was nothing more fun than that, bruh. Learning all the moves and everything, there was nothing more fun than going through here and be like, what? And seeing the preview of all the stuff that you could do. And seeing all the dunks. And buying the dunks and stuff. There was nothing more fun than doing this. Spider-Man, teach me how to Dougie. Right? It just seems random, though. That would just be random if you're fighting, and then the dude just starts doing the Dougie. Wait, what? Oh, they had level 3 dunks? Level 4 dunks. Dunkalicious, man. Classic. You're gonna play MK1 Chaos Reigns? The story is so dumb. No, probably not. Spider-Man should only do NYC-inspired dances. But wouldn't that be dumb? I feel like that would be freaking stupid. Of you're fighting, person's stunned, and then you just bust out and dance and stuff. It's just okay. That it just doesn't flow. It doesn't seem like it would be a good taunt. That's the thing. You think about replaying Spider-Man 2 at some point? No. I'm working on my own game. Yeah, seeing all this shit was so dope. I was just like, what? I want to try that. Chocolate Thunder. Yeah, I remember they had custom like custom dunks that you could do if you got it from if you beat like you know, the person, you could obtain like a certain dunk. Yo. Bro, this game was so much fun, bro. The Doctor. Flamboston. I remember this. Yo, I remember all of these. I remember all this. So when you think is the next PlayStation event? I don't think there's gonna be another PlayStation event. Yeah, all of these were freaking awesome. And then all the tricks. Immobilize. I remember going on the basketball court and trying to do these tricks. Every single one, doing the tricks. Bro, this was when and one was like really big. So I was like deep into this. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? What y'all thinking, bruh? What are we thinking? Leave my comment above. Where's your comment above? I think if you're aiming for different trick combinations, I look at adding stuff in the environment that can be used and implemented as tricks. Maybe have a skill tree where you have a trick combos. I was thinking about that too. Because we're going to have environmental takedowns, right? It's not going to be a lot. We're going to have some environmental takedowns. I was thinking of what happens, what if I can use the environment as tricks, right? Where like you get certain, you get certain bonus points for, throwing a trash can at somebody or, I don't know, using a pipe and knocking someone out or something like that. That's what I was thinking. I just been rethinking about the taunt system. The taunt system, I like the concept. I just think the implementation won't work in the game. I would look at games like Yakuza and Judgment, and for environmental heat moves, those were always brutal. Yeah, no, their heat moves were like finishers. But that's like a takedown. That's like you press a button and shit happens. I wanted something that was more engaging, right? Like the tricks of this is engaging because you're doing it. It's not like you're just watching something just play out. Like you're doing it. Like you're the one that broke this fool's ankles. You didn't watch a video of the dude's ankles being broken. You did that. And that's what I wanted. That's where my headspace was. Like, how do we incorporate this? Like, because it's perfect for like tricks in, while he's swinging. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. But I'm like, how do we do that with combat though? How do we make that happen? And it not seem like out of place. Spider Combat the movie rated R? No. When does the Venom game come out? That thing's not coming out, bro. That thing's not coming out. You're looking at probably 2027. 2027, bro. But if anyone has any ideas, let me know. This is so crazy that Pal World did this. I'm trying to figure it out. Still brainstorming. So, like, development is on slight halt. before we can continue on. Because once we have the enemies, well, then we go on to web strike and all that. But we've got to have our main, our selling point down. For the environment, do you just want environmental takedowns like Arkham Knight, or do you want actual different environmental combo strings? Actual different combo strings? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by environmental combo strings. What game has environmental combo strings? I mean, that's interesting where you're, but I don't know how you would do that. Because if you weren't near the environmental or the element, that string would be pointless. Do you think Assassin's Creed Shadow will be good? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. From the gameplay I've seen, it's just been like, meh. It's been whatever. What if the enemies bounce off the environment for a combo? All of that is not a mechanic. I'm already going to have that. We're talking about a mechanic. That is like, that's supplemental to a mechanic, right? So them bouncing off the wall, if they just bounce off the wall, but there's nothing to follow up with, then it's just them bouncing off the wall. Everything has to be supplemental to the main mechanics. They have to improve and boost the main mechanic. What I'm talking about right now is a main mechanic, which would be the taunt slash trick system. Worried about avoiding cancellations or following political trends, then focusing on their own. What? You want to implement the fear takedown from Arkham Knight, right? I was thinking about that. But I was thinking about maybe there's a way to do both. Maybe there's a way to do the link up mechanic and the takedown. Like Def Jam Fight for New York. Def Jam Fight for New York was absolute dog. Wait, no. I may be thinking about another one. Def Jam. Is that the one where they had the music? Okay, never mind. I'm tripping. Never mind. I thought you meant Def Jam. What was it? What was the last Def Jam? Last Def Jam was absolute freaking garbage. Absolutely freaking garbage. But no, Fight for New York is dope. But I don't get what you're talking about. What about Def Jam Fight for New York? Icon, that's the one. Icon was Lord. That was absolute ass. What about Fight for New York? What's the mechanic you're talking about? Yeah, this game was awesome. Actually, I need to get this game. This game was fire. Like the wall attacks. What wall attacks are you talking about, bro? They didn't have any wall attacks. I remember you could throw people into the crowd. You could throw someone against the wall, right? But I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, this game was crazy. They did. They had wall attacks. What do you mean wall? I don't know what you're talking about then. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I've never heard anyone say that Def Jam Fight for New York had wall attacks. Yeah, this isn't a wall attack. They had like interactions, right? Takedowns and stuff like that, where you could throw someone against the wall. But there weren't any quote unquote wall attacks. That wasn't from what I recall, like a part of the mechanics, or of the core mechanics anyway. They had wall takedowns. Yeah, they had stuff like that. But I'm trying to think of a trick system. That's what I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to implement that. To have it to where it's fun. Yeah, the main core here is the grab mechanic. That's the core of this. Where you can grab and throw someone into the wall, grab and throw someone into a crowd. And then follow up with that grab with, you know, kicking them or an item and stuff like that. This game was, man, a lot of the older games really were ahead of their time. Do you read my comment above? For example, if you pick up a manhole cover in the environment, it can have different combo buttons and strings attached to the manhole, kind of like how SM2 is a list of tricks. I hear you. That has to do more with like combos and combat and stuff like that. I get that. Right now, what I'm thinking is I need something for taunts or tricks. Or a way, like a style, like I would have a style meter, but there has to be something that the player can do that would be stylish. That's where the mechanic of taunts came from. But given that I already have the mechanic of the dodge, I was thinking maybe I can add on the style to the dodge and have like a layer of the dodges where you're freestyle and stuff like that. I don't know. Or like heavy and light attacks. I have to rework the game document. Maybe you can do something where the taunt system can make other enemies hit him. So that's already part. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. That behind you could make an enemy throw, but so when it comes to what I'm talking about, and this should just be me not properly communicating. Just do a shit talking feature where Spider can be a great communicator. A trash talking. Yeah, I was thinking of trash talking, but I was like, how do we... That would be irritating, right? To have him just constantly talking throughout the game. Just talking. No. Even if it was a feature, that would be boring. So what I'm talking about is a mechanic, right? A core mechanic. Right? So one of the core mechanics I had was the taunt feature. Now what the taunt does, you do it so much, you abuse it, it creates a buff for an enemy, right? So there's a risk reward here. You keep on doing it, yeah, it increases your points, but it also increases the difficulty of the enemy. I like that because what it also allows, without increasing the difficulty, it allows the player to manually increase the difficulty if they wanted to do that. So what I'm talking about is this mechanic seems out of place in the game for as of right now, because how it was going to work was that you hold L3, right? You click L3 and that activates a taunt. That's how it was going to work. So square, click L3, taunt. And you'll have like a little meter, right? Like some type of meter where this is like max points. This is low points. This is bad, right? This would have the person go aggro, right? So you'd have 3 different points for the player to do. So you press down on the button, get a little click, and you would see like this going, like maybe either a bar like a Pong going back and forth. Or it would be a level, right? Where it just slowly rise. And you have to let go at the right time. That's how it was originally going to go. Starting to think, I can't think of a lot of stuff. A lot of taunts. I don't know if I can think of a lot of taunts. Maybe I can. But, like I said, one, I'm thinking maybe, you know, he's sitting down on a chair. He makes a web. Right. Right. He's reading. You know, and he has like maybe a nighttime cap on. Maybe you have a Santa Claus one. I would just go through a bunch of just like crazy random shit. And obviously, the more pages that you flip, the higher, you know, the boost is going to be. So for like something like this, maybe the more difficult the taunt, the more difficult it is to get the right amount to hit it. If you get what I'm saying. But I'm starting to think, I don't know if... Now that I'm starting to say it out loud, I could go fucking crazy with that. With like concepts of taunts and stuff. But I feel like it would be like crazy. I feel like it would be Deadpool. It would be going more into Deadpool of him doing like dress-ups and gimmicks and stuff like that. That's the thing. So that's why I was thinking maybe I could rework this into the dodge mechanic. Dodge mechanic has perfect dodge, and then regular dodge. Regular dodge doesn't do anything except you don't take damage. You don't get any bonus, you don't get any boost. It depletes your hypersense, so you spamming dodge is going to deplete your hypersense. Perfect dodge doesn't deplete your hypersense. And it opens the enemy up. Just do a shit. You can incorporate a mechanic where Spider-Man does the hawk. Have him play with a web basketball and a yo-yo. I mean, there's tons of things I can do, but wouldn't that feel a little Deadpool-y, though? Because I'm thinking it would just be a bunch of emotes, essentially. Right? If he's playing with a, you know, with a yo-yo and doing tricks like that. But I also think there's also that dynamic of, hey, you want to finish the trick. One of the little, you know, the little meta games in Spider-Man 2 is finishing the cube, right? So it, you know, you go up high so you can finish the cube, and you know, So one of the concepts here would be you would want to finish the trick of him doing, you know, the trick without being interrupted by an attack. So that's where, you know, a concept of dodge offset would occur and stuff like that. Where you could dodge and then go back to the trick and finish it. And these will all be under taunts. Now, there would obviously be a skill up tree where you would have all these taunts that you know, you could purchase with your spider coins and tokens and stuff like that. There would only be a couple in the demo, but it would be enough so you can get the concept. Have the taunts be where he's bitching out the goons like an aggression meter where the goons get scared and cower. No, nigga. This isn't Batman-like character. This isn't a Batman-like character, bro. Like, what? Bitching out the goons? What? Where do you come up with this stuff? You want to know who's good at this stuff? Where's Nash, bro? Nash usually has some great ideas. Do the why are you punching yourself thing, like in Bully PS2. Bully PS2? I thought you said that you wanted the game to be darker. Not Batman Dark, bro. Bruh, Haitians filing charges against Trump. Makes sense. But that was the concept. But I'm just starting to think maybe if there's... I don't know. I'm starting to think that the mechanic is good. I just need to come up with different taunts. I think that's the thing. I need to come up with different taunts. I think this is good. Something right here, there's something here I like. With the taunts and the Christmas things and jingles and all that stuff. Dodging punches with exaggerated movements like doing unnecessary backflips or sidesteps while saying something sarcastic. So, how it works with the perfect dodge. How it originally was going to work with the perfect dodge. Well, I'm not going to tell you how it originally was going to work because there's no point in telling you how it was originally going to work. But how it works with the perfect dodge is what it does an automatic counter. So you know in like Batman games how you just press a button and he counters? Well, in this you have to have good timing, right? So if you press it while they're attacking, you'll do a regular dodge. You'll dodge the attack, right? You'll lose damage, but you'll take away from your high percent bar. So there's only so many times that you can, spam dodge and stuff like that. But if you do a perfect dodge, then you get a counter. Which he'll do some attack and, bam. Something like that. So that way, I think there's an extra reward for the player upon mastering the timing. Where now, not only do you dodge it, but you get an actual counter. Now, how I was thinking it originally was going to work was that the perfect dodge, upon you doing a perfect dodge, it gives you two options, right? Square, triangle. Square gives you stun. Triangle gives you damage. So that way, upon perfect dodging, you would go into push square. He'll do an attack that increases the stun meter on the enemy. You do an attack and you press the triangle, he'll do an attack that, takes away the health of the enemy. So there would be 2 bars. That's what it was originally going to go. But I think this, I get to have that counter system that I do like, that I can perform moves with. Like, so if 2 people come, you press it at the right time, now you get, a counter. But I think I like this one better as far as the counter system. As opposed to the original. I like as far as you perfectly timing it, you get like an automatic counter and it, damage the enemy. Now, the difference is that this adds a little more depth to the perfect counter by having a stun option and a damage option. But I guess I can add, because I like the automated attacks of Arkham and how they do it. I guess I can still do that, except with the stun, and keep the stun and the damage option. Because that way it gives the player, okay, do you want to stun this person or do you want to damage him? Because sometimes the enemy is going to have, harder stun bars. Right? It's gonna be more difficult to stun somebody than it is to maybe, than it is to damage them. Right? Maybe this is their stun. Their stun bar. So you would have stun square and then damage health. No killing, right? No killing, just really, really bad boo-boos. What do you think, Nash? Nash is our VP in game design. And it would just do a different animation. I think that's it. It would just do a different animation. Starting to realize there's a lot of stuff that I can just have both. I can have both. I can have it all. So I think we'll keep that then. But I don't know how I feel about the taunt. I just don't know how I feel about the taunt. Honestly, I was thinking of a move where Spider-Man comes up behind them and rightfully takes what's his. I think that would be a cool balance mechanic. What on God's green earth are you talking about? Spider-Man is not Diddy, okay? Spider-Man is this is not, or at least this is even Spider-Man, but this character is not Diddy, bro. He's not coming up behind anybody. Perhaps the square option could be the dodge with a bit of a flare, the way you add the style you were wanting. There's no point to add a dodge with a flare though, right? There would be no purpose in adding the dodge with a flare. Here's what we can do. Although I want it to be manual. I want it to be manually triggered. Because what I was thinking is, the more you dodge, right? So here's what I was thinking. You guys tell me. The longer you dodge, right? And you get perfect dodges and stuff like that. If you can do this without getting hit, the style of the dodges increases. Right? So you got a little style for the dodges, and the style of the dodges increases. So instead of going here, maybe he'll do a backflip, dodge, and, now he's jumping all over the place and stuff. Or dodging all over the place. But then I was like, okay, how do you do a stylistic dodge? Like, how does that work into the gameplay? So I axed that out. For more of the dodge with the analog stick. That's where that comes. He's jumping all over the place with the analog stick, with the dodge. But I want it to be manual for like the taunt or something. I think I may just keep this. But if anyone can think of another way to do it, because I was trying to play with it, right, and see how that would feel while you're attacking. That's what I was thinking. And then I wanted to add something upon someone dodging and dodging perfectly, right? Perfect dodge, perfect dodge, perfect dodge, like that. I think that'll probably just go to your hypersense bar. So right now I'm waiting for the programmer to how to do like webs and stuff, because I have no idea how to implement that. No clue. No clue whatsoever. Because at first it was going to be attack and web. That's what it was first going to be. Attack. And that was going to be the web button. But since then, we've turned attack, heavy attack, light attack, and then a web button. But the web button's not going to... You could have one where Spider-Man waffles himself as he walks around in a circle as he adjusts his web shooters, paying no attention to the enemy. If an enemy strikes, he would nonchalantly dodge it. Okay. I think the taunt gauge is on point where you got to get that right, else you get hit in the taunt. I'm concerned people won't want to do it. They keep getting hit, or it's too much getting hit, or use it too much if it's easy to do. So when it comes to the taunt meter, the concept is that there would be difficulty in the taunts, right? So let's say this is difficulty. This would be the timing. Right? So the difficulty, the more difficult the trick, the tighter the timing would have to be, if that makes sense. Kind of similar to the active reload. Y'all know the active reload, right? There's that sweet spot where you have to hit it, and if you hit it, you get like a bonus. So it'd be the same thing, except with taunts. It would play out, and if you hit it in the sweet spot, you would get like an extra bonus. If you don't hit it in the sweet spot, you get, you mess up, right? And it now leaves you open to be attacked. So there would have to be fail states in all of this. That's the thing, if that makes sense. Yeah, if that's the case, then it makes sense. All right. But Nash, what I was thinking, Nash, if maybe there's another way to do it aside from... Actually, no, I like that. I was just thinking, I don't know if that would be, within character. That's the only thing. I don't know if that would be in character. Yes, like Gears of War. That's correct. Because that's fucking active reload. That's the only game that I know that has active reload. So, but one thing I did like was in like Volume 2, you could do trick after trick after trick after trick. That's the thing. So what I was thinking was that, like, similar to Volume 2, maybe, you hold down L1 while holding down the trick button, while L3, and he'll do a different trick. You hold down L2 plus L3, he'll do a different trick. That's what I was thinking. We have to be quite quick to keep the pace going. Well, the thing is, it wouldn't be quick. It would break up the pace. If you get me. So it would be fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. Trick. Dodge. Right. And then fight, fight, trick, dodge, yada, yada. Now, perfect dodge. Also, I'm thinking perfect dodge, I allow it for you can have time to do a trick as well, maybe. Actually, no. Because that's what the stun would be for. Do you have a cussing feature? Maybe include spider... Okay, Curry, you're just going to be timed out. You're not saying real shit. So that's what it would be. So some of the tricks would be shorter, I'm thinking. Right? Kind of similar to tricks in Spider-Man 2 or something. Where some of the tricks are shorter and some of the tricks are longer. So you would have a grace period with shorter tricks. Like, this would be the grace period. So if you hit it, you hit it. Whereas longer tricks, it would be smaller. The thing is, if I do that, there has to be a moment where the player can actually do the tricks. Right? Because if it's nonstop, attack, enemies attacking, he's not going to be able to do the trick. So there has to be a breather or some type of move, like an AoE, that allows them to do the trick. But also with that, that's where the dodge offset comes in. Because they can still keep on attacking. And then, I guess you perfect dodge. You choose not to do it. right? You choose not to do stun or damage. You choose to do a fucking trick. That would be wild. To use your perfect dodge to do tricks. That's like the ultimate, like, that's ultimate, bro. That's ultimate, like, yeah, F you. If you perfect dodge and instead of taking stun or damage, you use it to do a trick, that's wild. Breaks the monotony of just button mashing. Perhaps L3 flashes when an enemy is staggered over the enemy to initiate the trick. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So how I have it seeing it work is that once an enemy is stunned, there's gonna be like a little fucking, you know, this above their head, and they're gonna be in a stun state, right? That's what they're gonna be on. So, yeah, not L3 over their head. Like, that's not a takedown, right? You would be able to do a takedown on enemies like that. This would be a sign for you to be able to do a takedown. If an enemy is stunned, you could do a takedown. That's what that would be. So you have an enemy who's stunned, and you would just do a takedown on them. But then I also want dual takedowns. So that's where I was like, okay, how do we get dual takedowns? That's where the link up came into play. Because I was thinking of, okay, how do we devise dual takedowns, bro? We got, I guess I could have it just automatically. That's the only thing. Because any of the games that I'm aware of, I'm unaware if they allow you the option to do a single takedown if there's a dual takedown available, if that makes sense. If there's a dual takedown available, but the player only wants to do one takedown, then how do you allow the player to do that? Right? This is you. They're both stunned, but you only want to take out this guy. But why would you want to only take out that person? It doesn't make any sense. There'd be no reason to only take out one person, right? Crashing out and defending, did he? Lord. Does anyone know a game that allows you to do that? If two enemies are stunned, that you can only take out one? Because I'm trying to think of Assassin's Creed. No. God of War, it was only one person at a time. There was no dual takedowns. Can't think of anything. And I'm like, if three people are stunned. Three takedowns. Or maybe we don't have takedowns. We remove takedowns altogether. If they're in close proximity, there's a button to initiate a takedown. Maybe it could be repeated depending on how many enemies are stunned. Could be repeated depending on how many enemies. Well, I would think the grab button, right? The grab button would be circle. But how would you take all three of these down? Or maybe you don't. Maybe that's where the takedown mechanic is for. Maybe that's what the takedown mechanic is for. Maybe we have like R1 plus circle. And R1 plus circle will have you take down multiple enemies. Whereas opposed to pressing circle, you just take down one person, right? So you can press circle or you can press R1 in circle and do a multi-takedown. What do you think? Actually, no, I don't like that. Because a multi-takedown, it's got to be something, there has to be some big movement, right? It's got to be something, something that the hypermeter is building up to. Circle 3 times. Yeah, I think that's too. Imagine Lucas getting a cease and desist one day before release. Can't cease and desist because it's not Spider-Man. So, I don't know. I don't know. Because remember the link mechanic? Or maybe we actually do both. Maybe we actually do fucking both. Remember the link up mechanic I was talking about? Oh, never mind. With Neo, maybe that's stage 1. Because I remember you guys were saying this last stream. I was like, nah, that seems too big to be stage 1. Maybe that's stage 1. And then this is stage 2. But I still want a way of taking down, doing dual takedowns. Or maybe you just don't have dual takedowns. Maybe you have something that's a little more organic. Because what would be the purpose of them being a stage in a stunned state? There'd be no purpose in them being in a stunned state. So I'm thinking maybe you guys are right, but that's fuck. That just blows up my animation to the 10th degree. I don't even know if that may blow up the budget as well. With the throw mechanic, you can throw enemies into each other like bowling pins. Yes. Although that would be dope. Level 1, that would be dope. Lucas, you know about Sleepy Nongs? Yes. I'm starting to think that we removed the state, the stun state. I'll think of it. I'll think about it. Anyways, we're going to end the stream. Everyone, take care. Stay safe.